Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Cheers!
To another episode of Drunken Sisters Porchcast.
I'm your host, April.
And I'm Michelle.
And here we are again.
Drinking
the champagne.
Champagne.
Bubbly, bubbly celebration in a cup.
So, would you like to tell the listeners what happened to your last glass of champagne?
My last glass of champagne, I decided to see what would happen if I added the Pop Rock candy.
Yeah, the Super Max that we talked about.
The what?
It's called Super Max.
Super Max Pop Rock like candy.
Yeah. How many did you add?
I only added 5 little tiny pieces of it.
Really? And what happened?
Well, my entire drink turned green.
Oh.
For one. The Pop Rock started bouncing all over the cup like a weird science experiment. And then it made the loudest, bubbly, crackling sound ever.
I could hear it from here.
And then we watched it bubble for about 10 minutes.
I have a confession to make.
What? What? Oh my goodness.
While you were looking the other way, I may or may not have dumped the entire packet of Pop Rock in your drink.
No wonder it was going insane.
Yeah, I mean, look, we have nothing left.
Oh, I'm so glad you're telling me that because I was really concerned about what was going on in my stomach right now. Because if I had only added 5 little Pop Rocks and that's what was happening to my glass.
So listeners,
was loud.
This is what happened. She added 5 pieces. She was like, whoa, look at it go. Turned around. I dumped the whole packet in. Right as she turned around, she said, whoa, look at it go. Not a clue.
It went on for a long while. In fact, I even recorded a minute of the bubbling sensation, which I'm not sure is fascinating, but we're going to post it anyways.
Sure. It looked like those science experiments you do in the 4th grade where the volcano comes up and explodes.
Yeah, I was waiting for my Stella glass to explode.
Well, I'm glad it didn't. These are my special Stella glasses.
I know we get the fancy cups.
So cheers.
Cheers. Something very, very cool happened in between our episodes.
Yeah, what was that?
We posted our first one.
Yes, we did.
It's the first time we've ever posted it right away.
Right away.
Thanksgiving, we did post it fairly quickly.
Right.
And within 20 minutes, we had 55 hits.
Wow.
I know for a lot of YouTubers and social media people, that's not a lot, but for us, Michelle asked me, how many people do you think have watched our podcast? And I said, 5. And she said, guess again. And then I said, 4. Because there is no way it could be over 5. And it was at, what was that, 40-something?
It was at 48.
And now it's at 58. So thank you, listeners, for listening to us.
Yeah, cheers to you.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Cheers. Oh, I really love that sound.
I do, too. I think we're going to have to use
Stella glass every time.
Yeah, the special Stella glasses. So, just a little update on the social network site.
All right.
We now have 57 views.
Wow.
On the new post. Thank you, listeners.
Thank you.
And we have a new follower on Twitter.
We're at 26?
We're at 26.
Yay!
Yes. That's wonderful.
So we're doing something.
We are doing something.
Something.
Well, we're always doing something.
Also, in between takes, listeners, if you don't know, we try and record 2 or 3 episodes a night. We record on Wednesdays. Michelle almost died.
Oh, yeah. So, listeners, I think it was karma from me pouring all the Pop Rocks into April's champagne.
Which tasted delicious, by the way. I gotta tell you, I did drink.
She did drink it because...
And it was pretty good, although not
nothing
easy.
Told her brain maybe, hey, don't drink that. But sure, she drank it. I took a sip out of my normal glass of champagne with Chambord, and I started choking. Went down the wrong, what'd you say, pipe? Wrong pipe?
Wrong pipe.
And I'm using a little computer table, and right beneath it was the champagne bottle. So I said, in my very weakest voice, because I couldn't breathe, April, get the champagne. She picks up the bottle and hands it to me like I wanted it for a drink, while my face is red, I can't breathe. I'm coughing, I'm choking.
I thought you needed a drink to wash it down.
Oh,
I didn't get that you were trying to get up to go to the bathroom because you were dying.
I was dying.
And if you're going to die, what better way than to go out with this champagne bottle?
Right. Let's have a little champagne to celebrate my death.
Woohoo! It's my time.
Oh, my.
Guess you didn't make it to 150.
That's what I get for talking too soon, huh? Anyway,
Yeah.
So we have some exciting news going on in the sports world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Someone retired.
Who Mr. Was it? Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Can I just say, Kobe, you are a fabulous basketball player, but for some reason you cannot keep your tongue in your mouth. Every time I watch you play, every sports highlight, your tongue is hanging out of your mouth. It drives me a little bit nuts.
To be fair, Kobe, April, when watching sports, because she doesn't know the difference between a home run, a free throw, or a goal. She only
halftime yet?
She only notices these little minor details.
This is true. Kobe, thank you for your attribution to sports.
Attribution?
Is that the wrong word? Contribution.
Oh my.
To the sports world. Yeah, lots of champagne. Yesterday,
Jizz,
a friend of mine told me that, did you hear the Lakers are retiring? I mean, Kobe LeBryant's retiring.
Kobe LeBryant?
Kobe LeBryant.
Wow.
And I don't follow sports, so I didn't catch it right away. And then later I thought about it. I was like, wait, Kobe LeBryant? Isn't it Kobe Bryant?
Right.
wait. Yeah. Not the entire team, just Kobe Bryant.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's how I found out that Kobe Bryant was retired. Is he young? I want a job where I can retire at like 30.
Yeah, but most sports players are young. So they retire when they're still what we would consider young.
And they get so much money.
Well, so here's the thing. If you're a star like Kobe Bryant, yeah, you get a lot of money. But what about the players who maybe are second string?
They get a lot of money to sit on the bench.
You think so? Well, maybe more money than what you and I are at, but
a lot more money than what you and I are at, and we work hard.
But they choose to
in the morning.
They choose to be in a career where you retire young, and if you're not making like millions and millions of dollars, then
that's true. They do give their body a fair amount of abuse.
Oh yeah.
Just like football players. I mean, they get paid so much because the time that they play is short span, and then they put their body through a lot.
They sure do.
Maybe we should start sumo wrestling in the living room, and then we'll get paid
sumo
a lot
wrestling?
of money.
Yeah, but then you have to wear those very revealing G-strings. Is that what you would call them?
Why do I have to wear G-strings?
That's what the sumo wrestlers wear. But they're like thick ones, right?
Do you do ultimate fighting?
How about
front yard?
Kickboxing? But don't kick me.
I don't like to get hurt. Intentionally.
Intentionally?
I hurt myself enough accidentally.
Are you sure it's accidentally?
Well, most of the time, yeah. I'm kind of accident prone.
Oh my.
Although I usually just hurt the people around me.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, like the time it was good Senor Robert's birthday party. He had this great big birthday party in his backyard. And I was hula hooping, naturally. And he's talking to this girl that he really liked. And was standing there chatting with her. And she mentioned something about me. And he said, yeah, she's a fantastic hula hooper. And right as he turned around to look at me, I launched my hula hoop straight in his face and broke his nose.
No.
Yeah, and then I was so drunk that I decided to apply my first aid skills. Blood everywhere. And he was just begging me to please leave him alone.
But you didn't.
No, of course not. I was going to save the day. I felt bad.
Interesting, Sa. Interesting.
Can I just say something?
Okay. Well, you're on a roll.
Love champagne.
And
more than anything other drink, I love champagne. I know I always say I like whiskey, but
yeah, you do say you like whiskey.
Champagne is number one. It's going to be a hell of a hangover tomorrow, but
I don't want to have a hangover tomorrow.
Too late. You're already drinking the champagne.
Because it's too late, baby, now. It's too late. Excuse our terrible voices. I think I'm getting cold or something.
You're not getting a cold. You just almost died in between takes.
I did almost die. And you handed me champagne.
We've gotten over this. So you could celebrate life.
Champagne problems.
Champagne problems. Oh, my goodness. Hey, Sa. You took singing lessons.
Yeah.
And you know how to play guitar. When are you going to put those two things together?
Oh, I do it all the time when no one's here.
Well, when are you going to show us your talent?
Well, I'm not.
Why? Because of one comment that Grandma made?
Grandma had no reserve in telling me what she thought.
Grandma's got zero reserve on anything. She doesn't. We were at Burning Man, and I had like this cute pirate corset on.
Yeah.
And she said, "You really gonna wear that out?" And then she patted my belly.
Oh.
Let me tell you, I couldn't get to my tent fast enough to change my clothes.
Well, Grandma told me when I was trying to show her this new song I was learning on the guitar and singing it. What did she say? Yeah, keep practicing.
I don't remember. She's a little bit harsh sometimes.
She was. But I guess that's what we need sometimes.
The truth, brutal honesty.
I mean,
Grandma's brutal honesty. She should have her own podcast.
Yeah, she should.
Opinions.
No, she'll take our listeners.
Maybe she'll bring us listeners. Watch Grandma go.
No,
Grandma goes viral.
She'll have a whole podcast. Don't listen to them. Though they
don't even know what they're talking about. You should see them at holidays.
At holidays?
Oh, man.
Yeah, Grandma was really doubting my intelligence this Thanksgiving. After we had recorded our Thanksgiving Day special, we were playing cards.
Yeah.
And we were playing in pairs, so Grandma was my partner. By default, because the way we were sitting.
Right.
And when I play cards, I try to have strategy, right?
So you cheat?
No. I don't. That's your strategy.
Oh.
That's only reserved for you. But I try to think ahead, and I try to think how I can come out on top. I'll take some more champagne.
Woohoo!
Yes! Pour the bubbly.
Pour the
That's good, that's good.
bubblies.
Okay, you're still filling it up.
Do you want the chambord on top?
No, I'm good with just this.
Alright.
Right, don't sound so depressed.
I'm sorry.
Alright, give me the chambord.
Alright.
Sheesh. That's good, that's good.
Okay.
Alright, now that we're chambord of this conversation.
Oh, you're bored of the chambord? Alright, sorry. Keep going.
No, it's okay. So she's on my team. I think I have strategy. I play a certain way. As soon as I make a play, which was kind of like a giveaway play, right? I wasn't trying to score any points or anything because I knew my next round I would get major points. And she sighed very loudly, looked at me, and was like huffing and puffing. And I said, Grandma, give me another round to show you what I got. She rolled her eyes and then looked back at her cards. Next round comes, and I make the play. And she says, now that's how you play! And I was like, well, Grandma, that's what I was planning, last round. I had to throw that round away to get these points. And she said, yeah, sure. What the heck?
Oh, I love Grandma. You know Grandma. What I love most about Grandma? She is brutally honest.
I mean, that's what our whole conversation is about.
She does not pretend in any way.
Nor should you pretend, but at some point you have to have a little bit of faith in the other person.
Social tact.
They might know what they're doing sometimes.
Oh, man. Grandma, we love you.
We do love you, Grandma. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Without you, we would not have a podcast. Meaning we wouldn't have stories to tell you.
That's true. She's actually in almost every single one of our podcasts.
Whether she likes it or
Grandma
not.
Comes up. Burning Man, drinking.
No, I got a lot of shit from our family, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
About what?
Well, because, for some reason, you had told them to listen to our podcast.
Oh.
And then I got to see them first after they listened to it. And so I got to hear the complaint. Why do you talk about me? Why are you talking about me like that?
Oh, no.
And then I was looking around like, where is she? Where is she? She has to be here. And you were not there.
You know what's funny about that night? I was over, listeners, I was over at my mom and dad's house. It was me, mom and dad sitting on the couch. We kind of ran out of things to talk about. I was like, hey, have you guys listened to our podcast? And they said no. And then I acted offended or surprised and shocked.
Wait, you acted surprised or were you surprised?
Podcast. No, I wasn't really surprised.
Right.
Although I thought for sure mom would have because she likes to
she doesn't
be involved in everything.
Sure.
I love you, Mom.
No, she doesn't. I'm your favorite child.
So then I grabbed their speaker, I hooked my iPhone up to it, and I put on our podcast.
Oh.
Not really thinking. Not thinking ahead.
You were not thinking
about the content of our podcasts. And in both podcasts, we talk about Mom and Dad.
Oh.
And in one podcast in particular, not only do I talk about Dad, I say how he's never been to a strip club, and in the same sentence, I also call him a perv.
Yes, I remember that podcast.
So I'm sitting there listening with Mom and Dad, like, they can be so proud. And then, I'm listening to the conversation, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh no. Oh no!
What do? Do you pretend your phone died?
Part of me wanted to shut it off and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, my phone died." But in some way, I felt like maybe this is a good chance for them to really get to know who we are as people and what we think. And they didn't have a reaction at all.
They were still shocked.
Shocked me even more.
You effers.
Mom looked at me, kind of surprised, like, I can't believe you just said that. And I was like, oh, just keep listening. And thankfully, the second podcast we listened to, we talked about if we won the lottery, what we would do with the money. And both of us said, pay off mom and dad's bills, pay off the house.
Oh, we redeemed ourselves.
In the podcast. So I think that overall it was okay. Or at least in the moment, deflected from the terrible things I had just said.
Oh my goodness. Thanks a lot, Tom.
Yeah.
Redeeming us.
But hey, they should be listening to us. They should be our number one fans, our parents.
Yeah, of course.
They put us in this world, and in this world, we've put this podcast.
Yes.
What do you think?
I'm glad that we have such wonderful parents who, although sometimes don't understand why we talk about them, don't stop us from talking about them. And they've created stories for us, right? They're not negative stories.
No, not at all. They're just what happened.
What I would consider interesting.
I think so.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends are just always amused by the stories I tell them about our family adventures.
Sometimes it's like they don't believe you, right? Like you're making it up.
They're like, no way. I don't have that relationship with my parents.
Wow.
We do, and we're lucky for that.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably at times we didn't understand that, but now, we're happy.
Very.
Yeah.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life.
Bop, bop, bop. I don't know. I don't know that song. Okay. A little social network update again.
Oh yeah?
We're officially international.
What?
Yeah, apparently we have some listeners in Canada.
No way.
Oh yeah.
What's that of all the boots?
Well, I mean, I have a friend in Canada.
You have a friend in Canada?
Yeah.
What's that of boots, huh?
Just friend.
Do you know Canada and their over-the-counter Tylenol? It has codeine in it.
Oh.
Their Tylenol 3, like what we have is Tylenol 3 with codeine, is just what they get standardly when they have a headache.
They also get free health care.
I know. Let's move to Canada.
Yeah.
It's cold up there,
it's very cold. We were complaining.
What?
Guess how many views we have?
62. What?
62.
62?
Yeah.
What in the world is
Listeners,
happening?
you are loving on us, and we are loving on you.
I think I'm turning red and blushing.
Oh.
Do you think it's the champagne?
I think it's the champagne.
It could be the champagne, but let's cheers to our listeners.
Da 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 da.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're flattered and honored that you care to hear our conversations in Sal's living room. Oh, you bitch.
Hey. Apparently, after a glass and a half of champagne, April starts cursing.
No, this is my third.
Tell me how you really feel. Third?
Look, we're almost done with the giant bottle.
That is a huge bottle. How many ounces is fluid ounces is that?
This, it doesn't.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, it's 5 liters. Oh no. 1.5 liters.
Oh wow. Yep, listeners, I think she's about, what's the expression? Half in the bag? Is that the right one?
I don't know. I don't know the drunk expressions that people give for me. It's 15 minutes.
She's so amused with the bottle of champagne that she's forgotten she's doing a podcast.
No, I'm here, listeners.
I'm
here.
Listeners.
And I'm ready to hear all of your thoughts.
Alright, that's for your podcast at night. That is not this podcast.
Michelle would like to reach out and apologize. In this
listeners, if we had crew here, I would say cut her feet.
Nancy.
Hello, Nancy Grace.
Oh, goodness.
Listeners, from now on, when we're referring to Nancy Grace, we're just going to say Nancy.
Nancy.
Good old Nance.
Although Aunt Nancy.
Oh, yes?
You know how much I love Aunt Nancy.
Yeah. She's a great woman.
She is amazing.
Yeah, very entertaining to talk to. Okay.
She
go
is
ahead.
Oh, no, you go first.
No, I interrupted you.
No, you go.
No.
I want to hear what you have to say about Aunt Nancy.
Aunt Nance. I don't know. It's funny the way you say it, but I don't have anything negative to say. I pretty much said everything. She's a wonderful woman.
There's nothing negative to say.
No, I don't think so.
I think she's amazing. She's one of not that I don't respect women. I do respect women.
What?
But she is one of very few women that I really just admire and
okay, well hold on. Admiring someone and respecting them are two different things. You can have respect for women and not admire them.
That's true.
Okay, so let's not put those things together.
She's one of very few women that I absolutely admire. And she has traveled the world. She knows what she wants in life, and she does it. She doesn't give a shit who says what or who thinks what. She does what she wants.
Well, yeah, most people do.
While being that, she is not a bitch. And I feel like some women who do those things are categorized as bitchy, and Nancy is not one of them. She's incredibly loving. She's fun to be around. She's smart, so you can sit there and have conversations with her all day long, and they're great. She's moving.
Where's she moving to?
She's moving to Florida. She bought a house.
Out of all the wonderful places she's traveled to, she chose Florida.
Well, the thing is, she does a lot of cruises.
Yeah.
She takes a lot of cruises. That's how she travels the world. But she always has to fly to Florida because all the cruises
to get to the cruise. Yeah.
Florida. So it's actually going to save her a ton of money. And
is that what she told you?
She bought a giant house, and it was like less than $400,000.
Let's go live with Aunt Nancy.
I bet she would let us.
She would let us. We would have podcasts.
Oh.
From the living room.
She said we can come visit anytime and have a place to stay.
Now, she didn't specify how long a visit would be, right?
No.
All right, let's pack up.
All right.
We'll bring the U-Haul.
Robin's out there too. So.
We'll do the lesbian date.
I burped on the mic.
Wow. Listeners, you are treated to April in her rare form.
But Nancy, if you are listening to our podcast,
you better be listening to our podcast.
I admire you. I'm going to miss
she loves you. Yeah,
I'm going to stalk you.
Uh-oh.
Michelle and I are going to show up on your doorstep with all of our bags packed, including our microphones.
And 2 cats.
And 3 cats.
3 cats.
3 cats. We hope you like cats. She likes cats. She has 2 cats.
You have 2 cats?
Yeah.
I'm saying you have 2 cats as if she's going to answer back.
Holy hell, there's going to be like 8,000 cats running around.
I want a cat farm.
Yeah?
Why does it
Are you going to milk them?
Milk the cat?
I don't know. You said cat farm.
You've been watching Meet the Fockers too many times. Meet the Parents. I want a cow now? Don't have a cow, man.
Oh my goodness.
I think April's like 2 sheets to the wind. Is that the expression?
I think that is. What is that expression?
I don't know.
2 sheets. Does that mean
is that like you're just floating, woozy, like you're woozy?
I don't know. We should look it up. We should explain these drunken comments to our listeners.
Yeah, because
we should know.
I want to say it, but really I don't know the expression and what the heck it even means. Champagne Dictionary.
Champagne problems.
Champagne Dictionary.
Champagne Dictionary. Drunken Sisters Dictionary.
Drunken Dictionary.
DSD.
DSD?
Check the DSD, dude.
Sounds like LSD.
Oh! I went to the doctor's.
I'm so happy that when I say LSD, you think of the doctor.
Well, LSD is fun. Not that I know.
Anyway, you went to the doctor.
I went to the doctor, and she insisted on doing like a full blood screen panel, and I'll be happy to announce to all my listeners out there, I am STD free.
What? I didn't know that was an issue.
Well, it's not, but isn't it good to know?
Sure,
no
listeners,
chlamydia,
go get tested.
No gonorrhea, no HIV. David Duchovny, if you're listening.
Wow. Okay, listeners, this is taking a dark, dark turn. We're bringing it back to the light.
Oh, what's a champagne?
Please don't spill your champagne on my sofa.
It's a champagne problem.
Sofa champagne.
Doesn't anybody stay in one place anymore? And Nancy, that song's for you.
I'm so happy American Idol is ending this year.
Oh, I know. I should have competed.
You should have, but you missed your chance, unfortunately.
I would have won.
Wink,
okay,
wink.
there's The Voice.
What?
The Voice.
The Voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no age limit on The Voice.
No?
No.
No way.
Yeah, way.
I can still compete. I can have hope.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh my.
Come on, what are your ridiculous dreams? Don't you want to be on some reality show?
I actually, on my bucket list, is to have my own reality show.
Oh.
I never thought I would be having a podcast, so.
Me either, but isn't it fun?
I think what I'll do is write it on my bucket list and then cross it off.
63!
No! 63. Are you serious? Listeners!
This is crazy!
This is insane and we love it. Oh, what if we wake up tomorrow and there's 1 million views?
1 million? There's no way that would happen.
No way, right?
But what if?
What if?
Isn't it good to dream?
Oh my goodness.
What would you do? What? Hey, let's
sure.
Let's say if there is 1,000.
1,000.
That's realistic?
Yeah, that's realistic.
And still really exciting.
Very exciting.
What would we do if we woke up tomorrow morning and there's 1,000 hits?
We would, I would want to go on Ellen, but I think we need a few more million to get there.
Oh, I love Ellen.
I do too. I have a sad story though.
What?
Years ago, I went to the Ellen show.
Yeah, you got the segue.
I did get this. It's the Q. That's what I'm talking about. It was during her 12 days of giveaways. She gave away a Q. It was the last night of the 12th. It was the 12th day.
Yeah.
I've had it here. It was when I had moved in with a friend. She had it at her house.
Right.
I had to move out. Didn't have space for it. She said she would keep it for me. Didn't bother to take it inside and left it outside for like a whole year and a half.
Oh no.
So, excuse me. I finally get it back. And, the battery's dead. The tires are flat.
Oh,
I'm not really sure how much money's going to have to go into fixing it.
Hey, Saw.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming.
Right, but...
Can I fix your Q?
You want the Q?
I would like to fix it for you.
And we could write it... We could have a mobile podcast.
A mobile podcast?
And YouTube has an option to stream live. I think we should do a live podcast.
You want to do that?
Let's do Eggnog, right?
Oh, yeah.
Eggnog live podcast.
With the Q.
With the Q.
Traveling through
time. We're not going to travel too far.
We should go on when they do the art walk on York.
Yeah.
And we can interview
We'll run over the hipsters.
Yeah, let's have
10 points.
It'll be like a video game.
Get the man in the stash.
It'll be like Paperboy, except for
it'll be like
Hipster Boy.
Hipster Boy. It'll be like Frogger.
Take out the skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans, straight ahead.
Jeans, loafers. Giant enemy.
Oh my. Hipsters, we love you. We just have a funny way of showing it. That's what TMZ says, right?
Hipsters, the only reason why I don't love you as much as I should is that you have taken over York Boulevard and I can never find parking.
Yep, that's true.
I now have to park blocks away and walk. And God forbid,
nobody makes April walk.
Bum, bum, bum.
These boots were made for walking.
And that's just what I'll do.
One of these days, these boots are gonna stomp all over you. Stomp all over you. Is it a boot?
Da, 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 da.
Listeners, we're getting a little smashed here.
It's Will's birthday. We gotta get
It's Will's birthday. We gotta celebrate. April just gave away a surprise.
Oh shit! Do you think he heard me through the wall?
I think he heard you scream.
Undoubtedly.
Through the wall. Anyway, listeners, we will tweet you, tweet us. Thank you for listening, and cheers as always to you.
Da 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 da.
Cheers.